Hi guys, Kenty here, welcome back to my channel. Today is another palette review, and this palette is the Jouer Springtime in Paris palette. Now I know that this is quite an older palette, it's been out for quite some time now, but it is still available on the Jouer website. So I was never really that attracted to this palette to begin with. I'll just give you a bit of a background. Not really, you know, it just didn't really appeal to me, but I decided to buy it anyway just to try their eyeshadows out and to give you guys, you know, to give you guys a review on it. So I also created this look. It's a little bit drag, I've got to say. I'm supposed to be going out for dinner, but I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do that in this makeup because this is just so drag. Also, just a heads up, I also have the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette coming. It should be here next week, so I will have a video review on that palette up next week. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on that video because that is quite a controversial palette. And I'm really excited to get my hands on it and give you a dead honest review and what I think of it. But if you want to see how I created this look and what I really think about this palette, then just keep watching. Okay, so taking a look at this palette, this is one of those palettes, and I would have described already, that I just am really not that inspired by. And I don't know why, because I look at it on camera and it looks real pretty, but I find it difficult to get inspiration from this palette. So the purple and the blue is definitely calling my name. That red is definitely calling my name, but I've done a red one quite recently, so we will ignore that one. I do like the purple and blue. I might do a purple because I haven't done a purple in a while. And this gold, I think I could make a really nice cut crease with these purples and gold. So let's do that. Starting with the shade Cream. I'm just going to put that all over my lid like I always do. And this looks like a matte, but I think it does have a slight shimmer to it as well. Quite pigmented actually. You can see the difference between both eyes. This one's a lot lighter. Now taking a fluffy brush, I'm now going to take the shade Camel. Oh, that's cute. What a cute name. And I'm just going to pop that in my crease. Now I am thinking of doing a cut crease today. I'm not very confident with cut creases, but that's why I've got to keep practicing them. So I'm going to try and do a cut crease today. So we'll start off with Camel in. These are quite powdery. Like, I tap my brush on it and there's so much kickback, it's not even funny. So it's quite pigmented, much more pigmented than kind of what I thought it would be. The swatches are not particularly flash, so I wasn't expecting much. But they are really powdery, which is a bit of a downfall. And taking a small pencil brush, I'm now going to go in, I think I'll start going in with the shade Mauve first and then go on top of that with Aubergine just to try and get a little bit of a graduation of colour happening. And now taking an even smaller, more detailed brush, I'm now actually going to skip, I think I'm going to skip Aubergine. I think we're purple enough, and I'm going to go in with Ash Brown and just create a little bit more of a line or a bit of depth on the very bottom of this cut crease. And now taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, I'm now just going to cut out that much nicer. Now I'm going to go and take the shade True Gold. I'm going to wet this down and I'm going to now fill that crease space. This is not very good. I'm having to load so much of this on. That is not what I was expecting. I'm not very happy about it. So now I'm going to take a bit of the shade Cream and I'm just going to lighten up the inner corner of it. Oh, that's really pigmented. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the under eye. I'm going to first smoke out my lower lash line with a bit of Camel. Bringing it up underneath those other wingy sort of lines I've done. There's truly so much kickback. And now taking the shade Aubergine, I'm going to put this pretty close to my lower lash line. I might wing this one out too, just to follow that wing. So I'm now just taking a bit of my glitter glue and I'm just putting some glitter where I want extra detailing. And I'm just going to put a little bit of a glitter line following underneath my black liquid eyeliner as well. Okay, so I'm just going to put on some mascara and lashes and I will come back with my final verdict. Okay, so that is the finished look. I'm supposed to be going out for dinner tonight, but I just feel like I channeled some inner drag queen for this look. Don't know if I can go out like this. So now for my final thoughts on the Jouer, what is this, the Paris Springtime in Paris Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. So these are my final thoughts. Does it get the Candied Makeup stamp of approval? Do you know what, it doesn't. This is another one that is a really missed palette for me, and I'm quite upset about that because the swatches that Nikki Tutorials did on her Snapchat were amazing. They were amazing swatches. This gold was like liquid and it was like, oh, it was beautiful and it was really pigmented and it was really like almost buttery. almost similar to the Juvia's Place palettes, but this is just totally missed. This is like a total whole nother palette. This is so different. It's so powdery. The mattes are really pigmented, but the shimmers to me are a real miss. Even wetting them, for some reason that shade True Gold just did not want to play ball, and it just didn't really want to work with me. So I'm pretty disappointed about that. So to be fair, this is kind of a bit of a regret. I kind of do wish that I didn't get this palette. So if I factor in the actual cost of this palette, it was $40 US. Even, you know, you can get like discount codes, and you know, heaps of influencers have discount codes for Jouer, especially Nikki Tutorials. But I mean, that's $53 New Zealand. So $53 for this? Absolutely not. I mean, God, I'm really disappointed in this palette. I didn't really want to get it to begin with, but and to be honest, like, the packaging is shite. This is just like this plastic cheap ass packaging. Like, it's just like a packaging that you would expect from maybe like Makeup Revolution or something that you've actually only paid like 15 New Zealand dollars a palette for, not 53. So yeah, God, just the disappointment in this palette is just too much really for me. And this is definitely going to be a palette that if I do a regrets of 2016, this is going to be high on the list. This is just such a miss for me. There have been so many swatches that are not, I think, as honest as they should be, and that is really shit. I find it really shit when especially influencers aren't honest about things. Like, you can't like help build a brand by not being honest and by promoting shit products. And to be honest, if I'm going to be fair about all my Jouer products, because I brought a few at once to sort of try them out, they're all pretty shit. The lip topper, I'm wearing the lip topper now, I mean, it's okay, but it actually does break down your matte lipsticks, unlike other lip toppers that are out there, namely the Lime Crime. So to me, is it as amazing as Nikki Tutorials makes out? No, I would never buy it again. It's not something I would even, you know, promote people to buy. I didn't really like it. The highlighter I thought was shite as well. Nikki Tutorials makes it out to be this like glowing goddess highlighter, and actually it was just really average and quite chunky and quite glittery. So to me, Jouer as a brand whole, I only tried those 3 products, but I'm really not going to be buying anything else from them. I have been quite disappointed by everything that I've tried so far, so Jouer is just not one of these products that you're going to see me promoting and see me having a big collection of. It's just my opinion. So anyway, I hope this video helped you guys out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and you'll be seeing my face in the next one.